pink lips too much? They might be too much. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I just got home from Sephora and today I'm super excited because I have part one of my Sephora Vib sale. I did make an online purchase at midnight. Did we expect anything less? So I will have a part two coming, but that package won't get here until I think like Tuesday. And I was just so excited to share some of my goodies with you guys. And I did have a semi-large online order, so I feel like we're gonna break it up into two parts. So I do have some products to share with you guys today I'm super excited about. There were a few things that were like surprise. Like I was in Sephora and I was like, I was swatching everything. I have still like my hands kind of messy. There were a few things that like weren't necessarily like on my radar that I did pick up. Actually, I can only really think of 2, 3-ish, and the rest I was kind of going back and forth on. I will say I have definitely been setting aside money for the sale. I was planning to make a larger purchase for the sale. I typically do, and then I'm usually like done makeup shopping for the year after the Sephora Vib sale, with the exception, I'm not a big Black Friday shopper, but with the exception of potentially like indie eyeshadow palettes, I will likely be done makeup shopping, except for I do have a trip planned in December and I will likely purchase like a little bit of makeup then. But anyway, you guys, if you're interested in seeing what I picked up in store at Sephora, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, which is so contradictive to today's video, or if you just like chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, we needed to add some gloss to the lips. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna first start with this because I actually picked this up before the sale because I literally could not wait. But I just wanted to give this one another shout out. It's the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 5. I am such a big fan of the Danessa Myricks Lightwork palettes. They are some of my absolute favorite in my collection. They are expensive, so it's definitely the perfect time to buy. And I really love this year's palette because I feel like more so than any other year, we've got even more shades to work with and to play with. So I do have this. I think it's absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. There's not, with the exception of one shade in this palette, there's really not any overlapping shades to Lightwork Volume 3 and 4. I also own those, and I swatched the palettes side by side, and I only found one shade that was similar, and it is actually the shade Evolving is similar to one of the shades in the Lightwork Volume 3. Everything else is unique, so beautiful. If you are someone who likes neutrals but you want like a pop of color, or like to play with color or play with special shades, I think this is such a good option, just because to me it's just like approachable when you can do like a neutral base and then just pop on one really intense metallic or special like duochrome, multi-chrome shade, and that is what this palette offers. So I picked this up on launch day because I was like, there's no way I'm like risking whether or not like this palette will or won't be in stock. So and then I'll talk about my two, like wasn't necessarily planning to buy these, like wasn't even really on my radar, but I was perusing Haircare and I've been really into Vib haircare products lately. So I picked up the Vib Ghost Dry Oil. It's supposed to smooth, soften, and frizz control. I will say I feel like my frizz has gotten worse as I've aged, and I just love the scent of Vib products. So I decided to pick this up. I'm not like, I definitely did not need this. I want to smell it again. I'm gonna spray a little bit in my ponytail. Oh my gosh, it just smells so good. It just smells like clean. So I did pick this up. It's the only hair care product I picked up. I actually needed to pick up a new Bumble and Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil, but I got this instead, and they're like not the same type of product. Okay, also, when I first saw the teaser photos for this palette, I was like, absolutely not, definitely not getting that, will not use, would be a waste of money. And then like 2 days later, I was like, but like I collect Natasha Denona midi palettes at this point in time. I do still need to get the bronze palette at some point. I don't have the bronze midi, but I did pick up the Xenon palette from Natasha Denona. I am really glad that there's more, like there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 true matte shades in here. There's a couple of cream, probably cream to powder. what I'm trying to say is I don't think I'm gonna get the most use out of this. This definitely was something I could have skipped, but also just felt I couldn't. I really think I'm gonna love this shade Ebb, which seems to be like a midnight blue, which I'm so excited for. And this like shimmer shades in here just looked so pretty. And I also just needed to like complete my collection because I do want to do a ranking Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, so please don't judge me for getting this. But like, did I need it? Absolutely not. Okay, this I actually ordered from Ulta because I had Ulta points to spend, but you can get this at Sephora, and if you can get it on a discount, I highly recommend. It is the Nars All That Glitters face palette. You guys, I'm like so into face palettes lately. Like I have my Shop My Stash like single blushes in my drawer. I will say I mostly reached for blushes out of a face palette, although today my bronzer is out of a face palette. Like who am I? But like I opened my drawer to like pick my single blush for the day, and I'm like, I'd rather use something out of a face palette. And then I'll like open my face palettes, which sit in a basket behind me, and then like pick my blush from my face palettes. It's such a change from how I used to be. I am so in love with the Nars All That Glitters face palette. The other day I did reach into this and I used this really frosty pink shade as a blush. I will say this definitely is probably best suited as a blush topper, but I did end up mixing it with a pink shade from last year's Nars holiday face palette, and I freaking loved the way that it looked. I was obsessed. I have these two shades right now mixed on my cheeks as my blush today, and I know that every Nars face palette pretty much looks the same, but I love them so much. This is such a beautiful baked formula. It's made in Italy. It's so high quality. And if you like face palettes, if you like Nars products, if you've been wanting to dabble, I just can't recommend this enough. It is one of my absolute favorite purchases so far this year. And then speaking of face palettes, I had been hemming and hawing about this palette for so long, and did I need this? Probably not, but I will say my makeup preferences have drastically changed this year, and I think it has to do with just like my aging skin, etc. I've noticed the biggest change in preference this year compared to years past, and I've really fallen in love with the Hourglass powders and the Hourglass formula again. I purchased the Hourglass Ghost Quad when that came out in like 2018, 2019, and that's the only holiday palette from Hourglass I've ever picked up. There's a few times that I have like regretted not getting the holiday palette, so when I saw this in store, I was like, I think it's beautiful. I'm just gonna get it because I feel like I'm going to regret it. Now I will say this is the deepest of all of them, and I do feel like throughout the winter, I don't know that much of these are going to work for me. I don't think I'm going to be able to use these highlights that frequently. So you guys are like, Steph, why did you get this? I just felt like the blush shades were so pretty and the most unique, and they just looked the least boring out of all of the palettes. So I did pick up the Hourglass Snake palette. What else? Oh, I got this one from Fenty Beauty. It is the Gloss Bomb Crystal. It is the like limited edition holiday gloss bomb. I don't know, there was something about this that I thought looked really pretty and I just wanted it, so I got it. I didn't get the holiday set, I just got the one. It is supposed to be like a holographic gloss. I already know that I really do enjoy the Fenty Gloss Bomb formula, and I just felt like this kind of has like a gold shift to it. I don't know how well you'll be able to see. I haven't tried this one on the lips yet. Obviously I just purchased it, but we shall see how this goes. I got 2 concealers, you guys. I definitely did not need to do that. I feel like all year I've been like, I want to like really like pare down my concealer collection, and then I haven't even tried the NYX concealer that I purchased a few months ago. And I bought 2 concealers while I was in store. So I did get the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. You guys raved about it in my Sephora shop with me, and I really felt like I could not get this. This has been described as more full coverage, but still like hydrating underneath the eyes, kind of self-setting, but not like the most matte finish. So I was like, okay, that sounds right up my alley. So I did pick this up. I got mine in the shade RN1 because I'm trying to be better about matching. I'm like, ugh. There it is, swatch right. This is really light. I'm like, was it this light in store? Although I do get so pale. And it is like more cool tone. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I picked my shade out right. Who knows? But then I also got the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. I feel like I've heard nothing but good things about this concealer as well. So I wanted to give it a go. I got mine in the shade 4.0 for this one. Oh my gosh, if I could get this open. And I've heard this one is definitely lighter weight, maybe not as full coverage underneath the eyes, but there's quite a few days that I'm going to work. I just forgot I wanted to grab a brightening concealer, which I guess maybe this one can be because it looks really light. Anyway, I got, where was I going with my thoughts? I've heard that this is very hydrating underneath the eyes and gives this beautiful serum like glow underneath the eyes. Not as full coverage, but I don't wear foundation every single day, and sometimes I like to still conceal. And it's best for me to have something not so full coverage in those moments, because otherwise it kind of like looks really weird. This is, let me just quickly swatch out. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is what happens to me. I try and go with a lighter, I feel like this is gonna be too dark. Maybe I can, ooh, that does look so pretty. Maybe that won't be too dark actually. That looks so pretty. Especially like when I actually do have like a summer tan, like maybe in the dead of winter I won't get a ton of use out of this. We'll see. We'll see how it actually translates on the face, but I'm so bad at shade matching. Anyway, I'm very excited. I don't feel like I've been this excited to try concealers in a long time. That's just not a makeup product that I typically get excited about buying or trying. So I'm super excited about those two. What else? Okay. I had like taken this out of my shopping cart, and then I was reading through the comments of my Sephora Vib shop with me, and so many of you guys were like, get this product, get this product, get this product. Then my friend Emily commented and she was like, girl, people say that product is beautiful, but it's supposed to be like more blinding, and you don't love a blinding highlight. And I was like, you're so right, so I'm gonna leave it out of the cart. Well, then I was in Sephora shopping and I swatched this product. It is the Rare Beauty Positive Light Silky Touch Highlighter. And while it definitely can be blinding, I also feel like it's something that I will be able to sheer out, and it's one of those baked formulas that I feel like is just gonna sit on the skin like it's actually skin rather than like powder on top. And this is just really the type of formula I am looking for with my ever-aging skin these days. So I feel like I'm really going to like this. I also placed my purchase last night at like midnight, and then you guys, this morning I woke up at like 5:30 a.m. and all I could think about was that Tom Ford like Soleil highlighter, and I almost purchased that $90 highlight. And then I was like, girl, get it together. You do not need to be spending $90, even like with the discount. You do not need to be spending that type of money on a highlight. I love a pink highlight, so when I was in store and I swatched this, I was like, okay, maybe this will be my like Becca Rose Quartz replacement. Okay, do you see, like, this could really be a very, very, very intense highlight, but then like if I go like this, it really just looks like this subtle wet wash of like still like a highlight, but I feel like the way that I'm hoping it will sit on the skin, it'll really just make it look like I have like the most dewy, glossy, hydrated skin. Like I've actually been drinking my water, which like I hope I do actually start to get better about drinking my water, but like even if I haven't been drinking my water, I'll look still like I have been. Do you guys get where I'm going with that? Okay, next up, I wasn't thinking about this one really at all either, but the last few days I have been testing out this product from Give Beauty. This is the Check My Glow Highlight in Platinum Cowgirl. And you guys, speaking of highlighters that I've fallen in love with, I really enjoy this highlight. It is definitely more subtle, and it's kind of like a mix of like a champagne with a pink. So this is a checkered formula. And it has like peachy orange, pink, and then these like white, almost like matte, but like golden blocks. I just think it looks so beautiful on the skin. So I was like, do I need to check out more from Give Beauty? I was kind of doing some research online. And last night I was going back and forth and looking at the contour and bronzer powder duo. And I was like, ooh, that's something I might want to like swatch in store. By the way, I love the Give Beauty packaging. I literally am obsessed with checkered everything. I have I go through like a pair of checkered Vans like literally every 6 weeks, or not 6 weeks, that'd be a little ridiculous, every 6 months. And I have a black and white checkered blanket, which is like literally my favorite blanket. Like I'm obsessed with black and white checkered things. So anyway, I go over to the Get Beauty section and I go swap. Ooh, okay, I also love me a bandana, and this has like bandana print. Okay, that is so cute. How did I not notice that? I also love the inside of this box. Here I go on like a squirrel tangent. Has like red bandana. Like I'm gonna throw the box away, but like cute. Anyway, I go swatch. This is the second to lightest shade. This is the shade Toastin'. And I was like, okay, this is actually really quite beautiful. Like this is what the contour shade looks like, which it looks like a cool toned bronzer essentially, where it's not like so gray and ashy that I feel like I'm not gonna want to actually use it. I'm thinking of some of the other contour products that I own, like Kevin Aquan, like the sculpting one, which is like just so gray and ashy, where I feel like I am someone who loves to be just bronze. Like I like the warmth of a bronzer, but I also with my aging skin, with like gaining a few pounds in the last like 6 months to a year, I'm like, I could use like a little bit of a sculpt. So I was like, I think that's so pretty. And then here is the bronzer swatched there, and let me just tell you, the promo pictures with Gwen Stefani in them, like she looks so good. I was like, dang girl, I wish I looked like you. There it is swatched right there. I think I'm so excited about it. So I also picked this up. And then the last product, you guys, okay, I had gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth on this specific palette, and I had decided I didn't need it, and I was like very confident in that decision. And then I was watching Leah Janae's review of this product, and she swatched it, and I was like, ooh, like maybe I actually do want it. So I went and added it to my Sephora cart literally yesterday, and it was out of stock, and I was like trying to see if it was in stock in store anywhere, like literally anywhere in my 50-mile radius, because I had suddenly decided and like convinced myself like I absolutely had to have this product. And it didn't look like it was in stock anywhere. So I was like, okay, maybe it's a sign I don't need it. I'm almost done with my in-store shopping experience, and I go back up to the front table and I'm looking around at all the holiday things. And when I tell you, my heart literally like leaped and skipped a beat. Like I like felt something when I eyed that there were still 2 palettes left in stock. And it is the Patrick Ta Major Holiday Face Palette. Now I know there's so much controversy surrounding Patrick Ta and like mold in his palettes. I've never had that issue. And I can only speak to my own experience, but just throwing it out there. I do love a hot pink, or just like a pop of pink. So I can't deny the packaging in and of itself. I'm so happy about, but this is what we have inside. So we have 2 of the powder blushes, 2 of the cream blushes, and then 4 like lid toppers. I will be interested to see if I use this, because while I said I love a face palette, face and eye is a whole different ball game, but it just looked so pretty. I also have enjoyed the Patrick Ta blush duos in the past, and I just feel like I definitely don't own these blush shades within my collection. Maybe Persona Bubble would be similar to one of these, but I just don't own those. Plus I felt like these 4 shades, these 4 lid toppers would like satisfy the itch of like wanting the Charlotte Tilbury holiday palette. Like I feel like maybe it'll give me the same vibe. So I did end up scoring this in store as well. But after that, you guys, those are all of the makeup products that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale in store. I will have a part 2, like I said, with my online order, but I would love to know, did you shop the sale? Are you shopping the sale? Are you skipping the sale? Let a girl know in the comments below. All of these products will be linked in my description box down below. They are affiliate links if you want to support my channel. Thank you so much if you do, but if you don't, no worries either. I just appreciate you guys clicking on this video and taking the time to watch. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.